Mesdames et messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first final of the weekend. It's X30 Junior Final 8. Let's take you through what's going to be an exciting 14 minutes plus an additional lap. Here's your grid. After 3 wins in the qualifying heats, Guus Mulder starts on pole position. Quinten van Leeuwen alongside him, so it's an all-Dutch front row on Belgian soil. Matteo Melis and Felipe Reis, row 2. Anthony Bongarts and Louis Bazire round out the top 3 rows with Aaron Vida, Senna Pessel, Arthur Huang and Yanis van den Bosch completing the top 10. Flavio Caira and Faris Jalil round out row 6. Ty Buckley, the points leader down in 13th, will be joined by Stig de Rademaker on row 7. Arthur de Donker and Aurelio Giustinelli on row 8. Danny Burr, Sebastian Serzov, Wouter Bergano and Lennon Henriquez round out the top 20 ahead of Alexandre Mercier, Boris Yonchev, Niels de Loré, Devon Haglen, Edouard Gauffoy, Max Solen, Jorn Helder, Timur Riflau, Julien Sorvillot, Bink van Scheidel, Senna Meunier, Antoine Duval, Evert Dorrestein, Sam Guluk, Didier Klieft, and rounding out the 36-strong capacity grid, Jamie English from Ireland. So far, Simon, this season, we've had 2 different winners in the finals. De Donker, round 1 at Marienburg, Bazire at Ostrico at round 2. Round 3, don't count out on anything possibly happening in this final, but I would say Mulder, Van Leeuwen, Melis, Reis, they've all got an opportunity, but you have to look at the back end of the field. You know, Didier Klieft starting all the way down on the penultimate position, Jorn Helder outside of the top 25, Devon Haglen 24th. Anything can possibly happen as the drivers really keep our attention on notice.
Question qui se pose, y aura-t-il un 3e vainqueur cette saison? Est-ce que Quinten van Leeuwen, Juste Mulder qui partagent la première ligne sont capables d'aller s'imposer pour la première fois dans une finale? C'est ce qu'on attendra pour l'instant. 2 vainqueurs, Arthur de Donker lors de la manche inaugurale à Mariembourg, Louis Bazire, c'était à Austricourt. Ceux-là sont toujours capables de réaliser quelque chose. En l'occurrence, Louis Bazire, Arthur de Donker démarre de beaucoup plus loin depuis la 15e position. Ce sera donc plus compliqué pour le pilote belge roulant sous licence des Émirats Arabes Unis. Mais en tout cas, il va y avoir du spectacle dans cette finale, première finale de ce 3e rendez-vous de la saison à vivre dans quelques instants. C'est le moment ou jamais de s'illustrer. Le départ avec vous, Alex.
Here we go. The X30 Junior A final. It's a full start. The nerves are setting in. I knew that might be the case. They're going to send them round for another lap. This is a pressure cooker situation. The drivers have everyone's eyes on them, from those watching here in the grandstands to you folks on the IAME Series Benelux YouTube channel and those tuning in via IAME-motorsport.com. This is the first of 2 major finals this weekend. Buckley came into this round of the season with a 7-point advantage over Devon Haglen, and then a further 8 behind is Arthur de Donker. We could see a very, very big dynamic shift in this championship. Guus Mulder has picked up 80 points. Can he do the same here? He'd be the only driver this season that has been the ranking after heats leader and the winner in the A final, and that will put everyone else in front of him coming into this round. Bazire, Van Leeuwen, de Donker, Haglen and Buckley on notice for round 4 next month. And what's more, we are set for possibly an instant classic this season as Van Leeuwen and Mulder are playing those good old mind games. This is where it matters the most. We now kickstart the business end, the second half of the championship season after the qualifying heats. They're past tense. They're done and dusted. Now we really find out who will be battling for the title. Into the tram lines, second time around. Lights are out, we're underway. Good start by Mulder as he leads the field into turns 1 and 2. Melis gets through on Van Leeuwen briefly, but Van Leeuwen up the inside of Mulder through at turn 3, takes the race lead. Felipe Reyes up into 4th position. Anthony Bongart's down to 5th. But Quinten van Leeuwen now being hustled by Guus Mulder and Matteo Melis as they all filter through into turn 6 onto the Europolan. 14 minutes plus an additional lap. And a big incident has now claimed Didier Kreeft. Kreeft is out.
Ouais, Didier Kreeft qui est contraint à l'abandon dans cette finale. Le départ donc donné avec Juste Mulder qui a cédé le leadership déjà à Quinten van Leeuwen qui est à la recherche d'une première victoire en finale cette saison et pour l'instant il prend déjà quelque peu l'avance. Juste Mulder dépassé par Matteo Melis. Attention, il réplique dans le dernier virage. On a Juste Mulder, Matteo Melis et derrière c'est Felipe Reyes, il me semble, qui se mêle à cette bataille avec notamment Louis Baziré en 5e position, mais il se fait légèrement bousculer là, Louis Baziré, avec Anthony Bongartz qui est passé devant.
Oh, that was a brilliant move by Anthony Bongartz on Louis Baziré, who dives up the inside. That is 2 for the price of 1, possibly for Tyg Buckley. As the Irish driver from Brennentech manages to get through on Bongartz, but Baziré had the presence of mind, so was a little bit sideways coming into turn number 7 on this second lap. But Quinten van Leeuwen has got an initial getaway, but Guus Mulder and Matteo Melis are starting to work together. Baziré, Buckley, then it's Bongartz, then it's I think possibly Adam Vida who's just ahead of Felipe Reyes in the number 25 who got an absolutely brilliant start. But we are about to complete lap number 2. Van Leeuwen for Falcon Racing leads the way. Mulder second. Melis, Baziré, Buckley, Bongartz, Reyes, Adam Vida, and Arthur de Donker up to 9th. Stig de Rey to make her now 10th. Jorn Helder, after the opening 2 laps, up from 27th, now 19th. Devon Haglen, 16th. We're going to keep an eye on the Fusion guys as they try and side their way through the order as the 1-1-0 of Adam Vida gets through on Stig de Rey to make, who dives up the inside through turn 7, and Adam Vida loses 2 positions at the drop of a hat. He's going to make that 3 because Lennon Henriquez might have just gotten through, not quite.
Mais qu'il s'en passe des choses, là on est dans les positions au cœur du peloton, mais en tout cas depuis le départ, eh bien, on a à vous mentionner l'abandon de Didier Kreeft, celui d'Arthur Hoang aussi, qu'on avait eu à l'interview tout à l'heure après avoir réalisé une belle 2e position dans l'une de ses manches qualificatives. Ça n'ira pas plus loin pour le pilote belge. En attendant, devant, eh bien, on se dirige vers un duel entre Quinten van Leeuwen et Juste Mulder, les 2 Néerlandais qui sont à la fête ce week-end sur le karting Genk. Attention, Matteo Melis n'a pas dit son dernier mot, il est à moins d'1 seconde de ces 2 leaders. Louis Baziré dans une forme olympique, ça tombe bien, on est proche des JO pour le français. Meilleur tour en cours, 57,299 lors du dernier pointage. Ça veut dire que le français est capable d'aller chercher un podium dans cette finale. On le rappelle, finale beaucoup plus longue que les manches qualificatives, avec cette fois-ci 14 minutes et un tour supplémentaire à réaliser. On a aussi la remontée d'Arthur de Donker à la 7e position. Et du côté de Tad Buckley, le leader du championnat, on est pour l'instant dans le top 5. Nouveau tour de bouclé avec Quinten van Leeuwen, Juste Mulder, juste derrière lui. Ça fait beaucoup de juste ça. Et derrière, Louis Baziré qui passe en 3e position.
Yeah, Matteo Melis gets passed by the French driver. We have had a few dramas in the meantime, along with Didier Kreeft. Arthur Hoang is now out. Senna Pessel is out. Flavio Caira, I think, might have hit drama as well. So now this is a very, very important race. Of course, les Jeux Olympiques cette année, c'est en Paris en 2024. So if Louis Baziré wants to get a bit of French favour on his side, especially for those that like their Olympic sports, it could be a welcome bit of motivation because he'd become the only driver to win 2 finals so far this season. But you cannot discard the fact that Guus Mulder started really coming alive this season back at Austricourt at round 2, and here at round 3 we've just seen this another paradigm shift with the young Dutchman who is only a rookie but is with a very, very capable team that really packs a big punch victory lane And if Mulder does it, they will be on victory lane and he'll be on the top step of the podium a little bit later on. But what he's doing is conserving a little bit. Oh, that was not exactly what you wanted to do there, Lennon Henriquez. 2 wheels on the grass on the left-hand side coming onto the Europolan. But he's got to watch his 6 because there is Devon Hagelin in the 108 diving up the inside through at turn number 9. Bit of a hip check between the pair and Hagelin says, right, dust yourself off, get on with it, move, let's go.
Ça se bat un petit peu partout dans ce peloton. Et devant, on a aussi les retours aux avant-postes d'Arthur de Doncker et de Tad Buckley. Hein. Les deux pilotes qui se sont élancés d'un peu plus loin suite à leur accrochage hier. Regardez la bagarre, elle est intense avec notamment peut-être Arthur de Doncker qui va essayer de passer. Non, c'est Matteo Melis hein, qui est en train de résister à Tad Buckley et à Arthur de Doncker, qui voit revenir derrière lui Felipe Reis. C'est donc pas terminé entre ces deux-là. Buckley vient de passer devant le pilote italien. Maintenant, Arthur de Doncker va devoir en faire de même s'il veut pouvoir garder le contact avec le pilote irlandais qui est arrivé ici à Genk en tant que leader du championnat. Et à ce rythme-là, il va encore marquer de gros points pour le championnat. Le pilote irlandais qui est toujours très régulier depuis le début de saison, même s'il a connu des manches un peu plus compliquées ici à Genk. Au niveau des 3 leaders, regardez Louis Baziré qui revient petit à petit sur les 2 hommes de tête. On était à 9 dixièmes lors du précédent pointage, 8 dixièmes à présent, alors que derrière ça se bagarre toujours. Matteo Melis en profite pour repasser devant Tad Buckley.
And also Arthur de Doncker was looking to stick his nose up the inside. Felipe Reis is just waiting to pick up the pieces. Of course, when you've got this pressure cooker situation, someone wants to lead the championship after this 3rd round and heading into next month before we have a 2.5-month break, effectively, before we go into the final round to decide who will be going to the Miami Warrior Finals later on this year in early November. But Buckley just trying to keep de Doncker at bay. Hagelin has been charging forward. Jorn Helder, well, okay, get this. Jorn Helder and Devon Hagelin have both gained 16 places. I did say keep an eye on them, and we've been doing that via the timing screens. Senna Meunier has also moved up from 31st on the grid and is now 1 place away from getting into the top 15. But the thing is, at the moment, the 2 leading the way, Van Leeuwen and Mulder, neither have won a final. Baziré has the upper mental advantage at this moment, but with 6 minutes to go, anything's possible, and don't count out the 2 at the front. Baziré, yes, previous performance, great character, great racecraft, very, very quick, but even Baziré might not be able to get the upper hand on Van Leeuwen and Mulder.
L'indécision est totale à 5 minutes et un tour de l'arrivée. Qui de Quinten Van Leeuwen ou de Just Mulder ou de Louis Baziré va pouvoir s'imposer dans cette course? On a vu Louis Baziré se rapprocher petit à petit du trio de tête. Il est peut-être en train de regarder un peu ce qui se passe devant lui. Just Mulder qui est sorti un peu large là du premier virage. Mais en tout cas, il est revenu très fort sur ce groupe de tête. Maintenant, ça va être le plus compliqué. Ça va être de passer devant ses adversaires sans perdre de temps dans un premier temps, en prenant le meilleur éventuellement sur Just Mulder, celui qui s'est lancé depuis la pole position. Et derrière, c'est toujours Tad Buckley qui est 4e devant Arthur de Doncker et Felipe Reis. Devon Hagelin est 7e. Il est en train de remonter. Devon Hagelin, 2e du championnat, on le rappelle. Donc il a aussi de gros points à marquer ici sur le karting Genk s'il veut continuer à mettre la pression sur ses adversaires. Et regardez, nouveau tour de bouclé. Et cette fois-ci, Louis Baziré dans la ligne droite. Il va essayer de revenir, mais c'est pas évident. Et il passe à l'attaque. Voilà, c'est fait. Il est venu de loin, le pilote français, mais c'était bien osé. Et je pense qu'il a eu raison de le faire maintenant. Parce que regardez l'écart avec Quinten Van Leeuwen. Il est en train de grandir petit à petit.
I think at the end of the day, Just Mulder resigned himself to the fact that could happen. Bart fourth is really heating up. Felipe Reis has been passed by Tig Buckley. Arthur de Donker now has Devon Hagelin for company. There's the top three in the championship, and they've got someone who's a relative new, who's made his debut in a Yami Series Benelux this weekend, Felipe Reyes, and now Devon Hagelin trying to pull alongside, wheel to wheel out of turn 9 alongside Arthur de Donker, but Matteo Melis could spoil the party right about now. However, we come round to complete our 11th lap, and it's as you were, but with a slight change in the script. Quintin van Leeuwen leads the way. Louis Bazier looking for his second successive win in the final in successive rounds as Arthur de Donker dives up the inside of Devon Hagelin through at turn 2, and Jorn Helder is behind his Fusion Motorsport teammate. De Donker's got to be having eyeballs in the back of his head right now, because these two Fusion drivers, including most specifically Hagelin, is wanting to get past and try and chase down Ty Buckley.
Ouais, grosse bagarre pour les places d'honneur. Hein. On a Ty Buckley qui est bel et bien en quatrième position devant Felipe Reyes. Derrière, c'est la grosse bagarre avec notamment Arthur de Donker qui se fait dépasser par qui? Devon Hagelin dans l'histoire. Et Jorn Helder en profite également. Oh, que c'est chaud entre ceux-là. Et pour Arthur de Donker, le vainqueur de la première course de la saison, c'est une période un peu compliquée là pour l'instant. Il est entre un peloton de Belges et de Néerlandais. Il essaye de s'en sortir comme il peut. Regardez, il se décale à nouveau dans la ligne droite de ce karting Genk, mais sa position est bel et bien perdue. Il est seulement 8e, aurait-on envie de dire. Il reste encore 2 minutes dans cette course pour pourquoi pas encore aller gagner des positions. Par contre, ce qui serait intéressant de voir, c'est où sont les deux leaders.
Baziret round the outside, I think at turn 7, he just got the lead.
Il est passé.
Louis Baziret round the outside at turn 7 has just taken the lead from Quintin van Leeuwen, breaking the deadlock. Now Guus Mulder has the opportunity to get a victory lane 1-2 on the X30 Junior A final podium. But also the fact is, how much does Devon Hagelin have in the tank? With 1 minute and 40 to go, we still have a race on our hands. Baziret leads, Van Leeuwen second, Mulder third, half a second separates them, and Quintin van Leeuwen gets through on Louis Baziret, who touches the back of him, and that's possibly caused a problem with the steering. Baziret's lost the potential of a victory here in round 3. And now it's down to the two Dutchmen at the front end of the field. Baziret mounting the back of Quintin van Leeuwen coming out of turn 2. The Frenchman's hopes of a second successive win in the final has absolutely fallen by the wayside. There is still an opportunity for Guus Mulder to get one up on Quintin van Leeuwen. Mulder took all 3 wins in the heats, of course. The big question is when teams and drivers decided to put brand new tyres on their chassis. 2 laps remain. What's the distance? It's 2.5 tenths. And Mulder really now, if he's conserved a bit of energy, because Van Leeuwen has had to lead the minute he got past Mulder a little bit earlier on in the race, but we are on course for our 3rd successive winner in the A final for X30 Junior. Ty Buckley now battling with Felipe Reyes, Devon Hagelin, Jorn Helder and Arthur de Donker for that final step on the podium on the top 3. As the 132 of Anthony Bongartz gets past on the 117 of Hélène Henriquez, but we are going to come down to 1.36 kilometers. A new winner is going to emerge in the final for the 3rd round in succession. But who will it be? Will it be Falcon Racing's Quintin van Leeuwen? Will it be Victory Lane's Guus Mulder? Let's find out. 2.5 tenths was the gap between the two as they head into turns 1 and 2 for the final time. Mulder really needs to make an impact through these next 2 left-handers and into the next right. Here at turn 6, then it's the run down the Europolan. Mulder goes deep on the brakes. Can he get the slipstream as they both power out onto the Europolan? Through turn 7 for the final time into 8. Mulder's got to put everything into this. 3 wins in the heats and is so close. He's a short grasp away from it, but Quintin van Leeuwen for Falcon Racing in the 124 comes out of turn number 11. for what will be the 16th and final time. 3 rounds so far, 3 different winners in the final. Quinten van Leeuwen takes the win in the A final here in X30 Junior by just 0.276 of a second, ahead of Juice Mulder. Tyg Buckley started 13th and rounds out the top 3 overall, ahead of Felipe Perez. What a debut for the young man from the Netherlands, ahead of Jorn Helder, who made up 22 positions and finished ahead of teammate Devon Hagland. Arthur de Donker will have to settle for 7th, ahead of Matteo Melis, Lennon Henriquez and Senna Meunier. Boris Jonchev also managed to get into 11th place, making up 11 positions by the checkered, ahead of Wouter Bergano, Anthony Bongas, Niels Lelore, with Stig de Rademaker running at the top 15. Louis Bazire, after that drama, with a couple of laps to go, finished 16th, ahead of Ava Dodderstein. Great work by the young lady from the Netherlands. Started down in 33rd, finished 17th. Fares Jalil, Sebastian Sedesov, and Edouard Goffroy ran out the top 20. Julian Sorvio, Danny Burs, Max Sulin, Pink van Scheindel, Adam Vida rounds out the top 25, ahead of Yanis van den Bosch, Aurelio Giustinelli, Sam Gluck, Timio Rifla, Antoine Duval finishing 30th, Alexandre Mercier, Flavio Carra and Jamie English completing the 33 finishes after 16 laps. And on lap 2 we lost Senna Pessel, and then on the opening lap Didier Krieft and Arthur Huang, but Van Leeuwen makes it 3 from 3 in A finals for X30 Junior so far in 2024.